Philly Vanilli, you get it?
Yeah, you're right.
The whole plot of that is that they're lip syncing.
I was gonna say she lip syncs. Are we filming right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, internet.
Hey. Oh, hey, internet. All right, now this time we're gonna try to do a live commentary, which is fine for him, but not for me. Planning to do Maud Pie, although this disc has a lot of good episodes.
Yeah.
Philly Vanilli is amusing mostly for its title because it's something that kids born after 1990 would have no idea what it's talking about.
What it's talking about, yeah.
Milli Vanilli was a group that turned out to lip sync all of their live songs, and didn't they not actually sing on the album? Like the frontmen were just two random actors.
I have no idea. That is a question for your dad, who's off camera right now.
Well, do you remember Milli Vanilli?
He's like fleeing the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, in the Philly Vanilli, their bass singer gets a cold. So but Fluttershy, when she's exposed to Poison Joke, gets a really deep voice.
Yeah.
And so they have her, but she's camera shy or stage fright.
Okay.
So they have her behind stage while Big Mac lip syncs.
Big Mac. There's a pony named Big Mac.
Big Macintosh, and they call him Big Mac for short. They have to refer to him as Big Macintosh first in any given scene before calling him Big Mac
yeah.
in order to avoid trademark.
All right, yeah, I was wondering about that. Interesting. All right, so we're watching this episode called Maud Pie.
Yes.
Okay. This will be the second full episode of My Little Pony I've ever seen.
Yeah, let's see what we've got. It ain't easy being breezies. What's that a reference to?
Oh, it ain't easy being breezies. That I don't know. I just heard that it ain't easy being
something.
Yeah.
For whom the sweetie belle tolls, for whom the bell
it ain't easy being green, like Kermit the Frog. Wasn't that his thing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that itself was a reference to something.
It probably was.
And of course, somebody to watch over me becomes some pony to watch over me.
Right.
Maud Pie is distinctly understated. I like.
For whom the sweetie belle tolls. That's
her name. So not to know for whom the bell tolls.
Ernest
It tolls
Hemingway.
for thee. Well, the poem predates Hemingway.
Well, right.
All right, I have no idea.
So we're watching this on a PlayStation 4, and it's buzzing really loudly.
Though you know what it is, Dawn. Turn the volume up where you can actually hear it. So she has goggles. I'm hoping we're getting a good enough mic pickup. I'm not sure how it's going to sound like, but if it doesn't...
Good. So Maud's her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I said, it's Pinky, Inky, Blinky, and Clyde, except it's Maud, and it's not Inky and Blinky.
Okay.
So it's nothing like that. Forget I ever said it. Rock candy.
So all of the ponies right there were girl ponies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, the males have a flatter snout, and they usually have a bulkier build.
Okay.
See, that's Big Mac in the red.
Right. Okay.
You know, he has a flat snout instead of a pointed nose.
Curved up one. All right.
Yeah, so it's what they call the main MANE6.
Yeah.
Are the ones in the theme here that have lines. And then there's various background characters or auxiliary characters.
Who's a little dragon? Is he kind of like
that is
Snarf?
Spike.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit like Snarf.
Okay, all right.
He does not, however, go Spike. Although in
Gotcha.
previous iterations he was incredibly annoying. This one actually isn't.
Whenever I see Lauren Faust's name, I just imagine her being like super hot. I don't know why. It's just kind of a sexy name.
She's moderately attractive.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks a bit like...
We're going to throw a picture of her up here. See if Zane can do that.
Well, let me pause this so we can discuss this. You know that character, Busy Voices or something?
Busy Voices?
Something like that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea.
It's an internet character. She's from Aiken.
Oh, okay.
She's apparently someone we went to school... Well, my sister went to school with anyway.
Oh, okay.
She's apparently got 1 million followers.
Really?
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
But
it's going to be your show after this.
One of her pictures looks... I realized why it looked familiar. It looks remarkably like Lauren Faust. I think that might have been a style in California.
Yeah, we got to throw up a picture of her up
somewhere
here,
in here,
reverse up here. Yes, yeah. Lauren Faust, and do a side by side with her and this girl, and then you at home get to rape them. All right.
Don't actually do that, please. We're trying not to be demeaning to women here. Thank you very much.
The social justice warriors would be all over you. You'd be all
But
YouTube.
the point is that
Sorry, go ahead.
It was the last. I can't remember what Busy's from her last name, but I can't remember what her last name is.
All right.
Anyways, apparently my sister was in school with her. She went to, I think she wound up going to Aiken High, but I think she went to Schofield.
Okay. All right.
Or no, I think she was in dance class. She was in dance class with my sister. I think it was.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, apparently she's got like 1 million followers. She has this thing where she does impressions of cartoon voices and stuff. Cannot remember the channel name. Feel free to comment. I may remember it later.
Yeah, we need to find that.
I think
I'm
it's Busy
intrigued.
Voices though.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show. Remember those friendship bracelets with like the beads?
Yeah.
Same principle. It's
Rocks. Rock candy is like one of those novelty candies, like, which I guess is true of most candy. But
yeah.
But like, I never think like, oh man, I could use a little something sweet. Let me get some rock candy. Yeah.
Horses will occasionally eat rocks if they're iron deficient.
Yeah.
But they can't. They don't use lithostones like some animals do.
Okay.
I might have the name wrong or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Some animals swallow stones to digest. That's not what horses do. Horses will occasionally chew rocks and lick them if they're short on either salt or iron.
Yeah, because I've heard like a salt lick before.
Yeah, and apparently they'll also try to get iron that way. They can also eat meat if they're short on iron.
I always remember that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa gets a pony. I think it's called Lisa Gets a Pony. And
has Barton DeBear yet? I don't think he has.
No, I don't think he's.
That was in Nothing Can Stop the Simpsons.
Oh man, there was that terrible like season 15 episode with where like Homer is at war with a bear and then befriends it. But yeah, like Lisa's.
Really, I like that episode.
I don't know. There's something about the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, what has happened? But I don't know. It's gotten a little better with age. But I remember that episode where Lisa gets the pony and she's like she's in there with the pony and she's like, look, Buttercup, it's a salt lick, and she like licks the salt lick, showing the pony how to do it.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway.
But they grow on a rock farm. When we actually see the rock farm in the present, we find out there's a mine underneath it.
All right.
Which is where the rocks are coming from. I don't know why they rotate rocks around the field. I guess it's a weathering technique to make them smooth.
Okay. Maybe
but
for rock candy.
Yeah, Pinky originally claimed that there was no fun or laughter, only rocks on the rock farm.
Cheesy grin.
One hopes it's like crystallized salt or something, so it's actually edible.
Yeah, sure.
Salts can form into large crystalline deposits. Then, of course, there's the legend of the treacle mine, which is a mine where you mine a sort of sugar.
Yeah.
It's not real.
So, I'm realizing as we're watching this, this is like the second time I've ever seen this show. Like, I'll see like an entire episode, and both episodes have been like Pinky-focused shows.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, interesting.
They happened. This is the season I brought, and these are like the two best episodes of the season, basically. That is Tank. He is a turtle. He is Rainbow Dash's pet. Therefore, he has a propeller.
He has a little propeller, so you can keep up with her.
Mm-hmm.
A hat. I've seen people wear hats like that at church.
Yeah. She did not attach the rocks well.
They're just sitting on her hat.
They appear to be glued on.
So that's Twilight, the one with the bangs?
Yeah, and the wings and horns. She's
Right.
what they call an alicorn.
Oh, okay.
I guess she does have some impressive bangs. boing, boing, boing.
I've seen chicks like have their hair like that, like that
bangs?
Twilight. Yeah. Well, and like with the streaks of color and on it.
Oh yeah, and like I'll pause it again.
Yeah, sure.
That wasn't originally. That wasn't like deliberate. You've seen people with like a purple streak and like otherwise dark hair.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's nowadays you see some female fans that will actually dye their hair like Twilight's, but it was a thing in, I don't know, not hipster. What do you call it, like goth or something?
Yeah, sure.
You have like the black hair with a purple streak or something.
They've all started to run together to me now. Yeah, I used to understand these like fine gradations.
We're old
between
fogies
these
at this point.
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess we're under 35. We're still in that coveted demographic
That's
for
right.
a couple more years.
Keep advertising to us television shows.
Gummy's the alligator. Note the lack of incidental music.
To heighten the awkwardness.
Mm-hmm. It's Gummy. I did a thing on this where I explained her various rock references.
Okay.
You ever heard that a rock with a stripe down the middle is lucky?
I've never heard that, no.
It's apparently a Great Lakes region thing.
Okay.
But that's a rock with a stripe down the middle.
All right.
That's presumably why she notices.
I see what you mean about like relatable characters. Like, I've actually known girls like this,
Like Maud?
like Maud. Yeah.
This doesn't say anything. It's a dress.
Yeah. Like hyper literal. That girl I went out with the other night was like that a little bit.
Yeah, just don't mention her name.
Yeah, no, of course.
I doubt she'll see this, but still.
She better. She's on notice. No, but like it was like real hyper literal about everything, and
I do that sometimes though, mostly for fun.
I'm a little bit like that. I mean, myself.
I mean, I don't speak it emotionlessly. I say it in weird voices, but
yeah. I mean, I have a hard time picking up on like certain subtext sometimes, but this was.
Well, I'm afraid to, because when I've previously tried to pick up on subtext, I've usually been wrong. So while it's not that I'm completely oblivious to subtext, it's just that I misinterpret it a lot. So therefore, I find it better just not to try.
There's like I've gotten better like at picking up on stuff, but even so, like I always want a little bit of confirmation, and usually like that's sort of what kills it. You know, it's got.
Oh man, this is completely random anecdote. I may wind up cutting, but
yeah, sure.
In high school, there was a couple that I was hearing about from one of them later. Is like that the guy kept wanted to break up and kept saying, "I want some confirmation," and she refused to say it. He's like, if you want to dump me, but don't look to me to confirm it. So finally, the guy said, "Yeah, whatever, we're not broken up."
he just
apparently, and then when I was hearing about this later, and the person she was telling to goes, "Oh, don't listen to him. We really are dating."
That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
It's not like I mean, it pretty much like one side can sever at any time. It's not like you have to get both people to like.
It's not like a nuclear submarine, like they said in Seinfeld.
the two keys.
I'll probably have to cut some stuff and rearrange.
You can always use this like extra material, outtakes.
Pet rock. Perfect pet.
This is like all the popular chicks meeting like the interesting like goth girl or whatever,
Yeah. Twilight wasn't popular before she became royalty.
Yeah.
That was part of her arc.
You can tell she's definitely like the goth chick. Twilight, yeah. She's
Well, she's supposed to be the nerd, but she does look kind of gothish.
yeah.
Look, she's making bold read.
She ate the rock.
Yeah. It looked like quartz. It should have broken her teeth.
But did you tell me these like animals have superpowers and stuff?
Yeah. Like I said, earth ponies have vague nature powers.
I think I spotted that derp look you were talking about
Earlier?
on Pinky.
Oh. That rings so true. So much more intense.
Wow! What a jerk.
I know. Oh, a little propeller with the owl on it. Why is the owl even awake in the daytime?
I don't know, man. It's cartoon.
Hmm.
Who's the voice actor for Rainbow Dash there? She sounds a lot like Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson, but I know that's not who it is.
Check the credits at the end.
I bet it's Pamela Adlon, who did the voice of Bobby Hill.
We'll check the end.
We'll check it. I'm pretty sure I'm right, Internet. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That doesn't sound right, but I can't remember the voice actress's name.
What is?
Oh,
it's like
rag.
an oily rag. Oh man.
Hemingway. Like Hemingway.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the yellow one with the pink hair, what's her name?
Fluttershy.
Okay.
She and Pinkie Pie have the same voice actress.
that spider gave a flower.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the rock.
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm.
There's an episode where the brothers Flim and Flam, who are con artists, wind up at the inn taking over a casino in Las Pegasus. and they start doing we invite you to pay money to tour this empty theater. I'm like, yeah, that's a historical tour. They act like it's a show. The show was in your mind was their advertising spiel. But I'm like, yeah, it's just a historic tour. They do this all the time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But when I saw that episode, when I reviewed that episode, I was like, Flim and Flam for princesses, make Equestria great again. Because, casino. Right?
Absolutely.
Although I think Trump's was in Atlantic City, right?
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah, so, wrong city, but... Well, he didn't actually own that. He had like a majority share in the corporation.
He had one out in Vegas too.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
I thought about it. Make Equestria great again. I thought about that yesterday. Yeah. It's a good acronym to MEGA, like Mega Man. Anyway, all right, let's get back to the show.
Yeah, so it is.
That PS4 rattling. Good grief.
It doesn't do that with PS4 discs. It was with DVDs.
She's like beaten to a pulp.
Those problems can be solved.
Just beat the apple with a rock.
Well, you get juice out of it. Applejack's the element of honesty. Tastes like apples. See, Earth ponies have like vaguely defined super strength powers as well.
Holy moly. She's like super competitive, right?
Yeah. Rainbow Dash. She's an athlete. Looking for rocks.
They're all like, we don't like this girl.
Oh, hair deflate.
Her hair deflated.
That was never going to be all into those anyway.
Yeah, for real.
I had this philosophy I developed from this one game where you could be a geomancer.
Yeah.
Most problems can be solved by throwing rocks at them. If it doesn't, you just need a bigger rock. At the very least, the problem will become moot at some point.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start carrying rocks with me, like throwing them at people, and then say like I'm a geomancer, like wear these flowing robes and.
Yeah, well, in this case, we had the geomancer can summon like mobile rocks. So what I did in one time fighting a dragon is I hit around the corner and kept sending the rocks in. Actually, no, I didn't hide in the corner. I needed a line of sight. So I stood outside the doorway so the dragon had a hard time getting to me, like as far away as possible, while maintaining line of sight, and sent the rocks in. And they would get killed after attacking once. But so I just send more rocks in. And eventually the dragon, I mean, there were other characters doing things too, but I think the stones did more damage than anybody else.
What game was this?
Oh, Descent, I think.
Okay, yeah.
It's it's semi role playing game kind of thing.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
Oh, you really? played it?
Vaguely, yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
there's a lot of. I think there's a few different games like Descent, so I could be thinking of something
Yeah,
else.
well, I think they're all compatible.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever played it, but I've heard
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
So it was, The Rock was MVP. I was like, yeah, most problems can be solved by throwing rocks at it.
That's awesome.
You have to get the skill that lets you summon an extra rock because you need the two. Well, because a lot of the corridors are too wide and the
Yeah.
rocks block off the corridors.
Gotcha, okay.
So you summon 2 rocks to block the corridor, and then most enemies then can't attack you.
Oh, that's nice.
And they have to kill the rock first, and they kill one rock, and the other rock does its like explosion attack and kills them. So
Wow.
most problems can be solved by throwing rocks
That's
at them.
pretty Yimba. I like it.
It requires some tactics.
Hmm.
Enemies can sneak up behind you.
Sure.
That's, of course, was it Churchill? Was it Churchill that said riddle? Russia's a riddle wrapped in a mystery, wrapped inside an enigma?
That sounds like you would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. I like how either they're like catty female banter, but still like pretty friendly.
Yeah. Well, they're trying, you know. No, this is insanity. You'll see. In a minute. How come Twi only gets one syllable? Cheese hat. Like the cheese hat. Which you're not actually reading. Playing poker. Yep.
Oh no, her little hoof is caught.
Yeah, they get caught in rocks.
No, I see. They're going to have to work together to like.
Well, no, actually.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad guess, though.
Okay.
Quick, nobody look where I'm pointing. The Simpsons movie. People like the shot of Maud with this like World War I German helmet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, in one of the alternate timelines where there's a war going on, she does that too, and Pinky does as well. Ah, Rainbow Dash, good audience surrogate. Says what we're all thinking.
Oh.
Oh. She hit it.
They're gonna become best friends.
Mm.
Pinkie Pie.
Yeah. You really think Twilight's done enough stuff with magic? You think she'd have reacted faster to that rock slide?
Yeah, for real.
Rock research trip. There's the rock farm. Note it's suddenly gray for no reason.
Yeah.
Their weather is even controlled. Like, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I think the fields is probably for weathering to make the rocks smoother.
Okay.
How'd they get there out of them?
Magic. Friendship is magic, Sam.
Yes, exactly. Twilight can teleport, but only on line of sight, really. Except when she can do further, but she can't really control that. Giant eyes.
Very underwhelming. Shit, totally. Just turning cartwheels in the background.
Okay, I read a fan fiction once where Spike like accidentally offended Maud, and Pinky was like, "How many times did she blink? How fast was she blinking? Did she blink slow or quickly?" Like to read her mood. And then the next time Spike talks to her, he tries to read that, and he's like, "I can't tell how fast you're blinking." And then she thinks it's because he has a crush on her, so he has Pinkie Pie let her down gently. I'm like, that makes so much sense.
Oh, wow.
Oh, personally, I like to ship Maud with cheese sandwich.
Oh, the
party pony.
The opposites attract sort of
Well,
thing?
yeah, well, mostly for the line, "He makes me laugh." And then his version, his thing to be, "She has an amazing sense of humor." As you can tell a joke about rock. And he's like, "See?"
Oh, man.
And of course, like, Pinky would just be thrilled. Anyway, because she's thrilled about everything.
The rock candy necklace.
Yeah. Note that most of them are more like Rainbows looks like her cutie mark.
This big rainbow lightning bolt.
Yeah. Oh, this on her hair. Pinky apparently has prehensile hair.
Look at her smiling.
Cute smile. Yeah. Pinky's almost eaten it already.
Wow.
Alright, hold on, let's watch the credits.
Oh, yeah. I want to see what that voice actress is. Let's see if I'm right.
That's music. Okay, hold on. Rainbow Dash and Applejack, Ashley Ball.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ingrid Nilsson is Maud Pie. Yeah, see, you know, a lot of them do
Tabitha
double
St.
things.
Germain is rarity.
Yep.
We got to look her up. That's it.
What about her?
This is what an incredible name, Tabitha St.
Turn
Germain.
it off here.
Very cool.
Twilight's singing voice is a different actor when she sings. They made that actress. They gave that actress a regular role as Sunset Shimmer in the Equestria Girls movies.
So, all right. So I can definitely see, like, sort of like my thoughts yesterday, watching this thing. Like that was. I actually like this episode better than the one yesterday.
Yeah, I start with the one yesterday because it's Weird Al.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, this was pretty entertaining.
Everyone knows someone like Maud.
Yeah, exactly. Like I couldn't get over that character. Yeah, like you sort of said yesterday. I guess it was going to be one of the previous videos, depending on how you order these things.
That one's going to be earlier. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like the characterization of the characters. You know, they're really fleshed out. You can tell. Like they have their archetype they sort of follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were all pretty relatable. I've definitely known people like Maud before. Like you can't read and they're like basically emotionless and And what always kills me about like people like that is they also get really bent out of shape when you like don't magically know what they're thinking, you know.
Well, and Maud thankfully doesn't generally do that.
Yeah.
Of course, she's appeared in like 4 or 5 episodes, but she's only had significant parts. She's had significant parts in 3.
Yeah. Okay.
She had a couple of lines in one Discord episode where she was making fun of him. He was trying to tell jokes, no one's laughing, and he tries to knock, and he says, "Knock, knock." You're supposed to say who's there. It's the most basic of jokes. Mom says, "You're the most basic of jokes." Like, oh, that was harsh, Mom.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But there's a Christmas episode where the Apple family goes to the rock farm for Christmas. Well, they call it hearthwarming. But the Apple family goes to, then Maud gets paired up with Sweetie Belle. And then Big Mac, who's shy, gets paired up with Marble Pie, who's also shy, and their entire conversation goes, "Yup." It's just like back and forth.
They just don't say anything.
And they blush. They're like 8th cousins or something.
Yeah, sure.
So people ship them. Like, they're cousins. They're like 8th cousins. That's not close enough to matter.
Yeah, that's like Franklin Roosevelt and Eleanor Roosevelt.
They were
like
3rd, I think.
Like 5th.
Or 5th? I thought they were like 5th and 3rd or something like that.
I don't know.
Anyway, anything past first cousins is what you call your kissing cousins.
You see, we have to know this stuff in the South.
All right, and I might get you and my girlfriend Jennifer on to do a blind commentary on an episode over King Weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sounds good.
We'll see what that goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So in the meantime, I'm Professor Haystacks.
I'm Tyler.
Good night and drive safely.
God bless.